Welcome to my capstone current issues presentation. My name is Grace Larochelle, and this presentation covers the importance of public libraries and community partnerships. My capstone project will be a report on the demographics of the community and the constituents within it. It will be a report that identifies local agencies and community organizations, as well as a representation of the population itself. The goal of this will be that a second part could be created after the fact to further explore the partnerships within the community and for the betterment of the library and the community. For my current issues presentation, I will be exploring community partnerships. Community partnerships are integral to the future of libraries. It is first important to explore the community, which I will be doing in the capstone paper, and then it is important to realize the potential collaborations between the library and community organizations and businesses. It's important to connect and to realize those goals together as they work together to benefit the community as a whole. An example that I found in my research was that many libraries across America partner with the National School Lunch Program to provide meals for food insecure households throughout the summer. This partnership has given way to success and is the third most popular summer initiative at the libraries that provide this program. It comes in just after story time and summer reading activities. In the same article, many libraries surveyed said that 43% of them relied on local partners, including local businesses, parks, and major centers and museums. These libraries are using community partnerships within the community to prevent summer slide and boost literacy in their community. It's also important to get creative when considering community partnerships. Some libraries that Lance explained in a Library Journal article have offered interesting services. For example, the Grandview Heights Public Library in Ohio. This library is offering a guitar lending program. They do this by collaborating with community groups and local institutions to provide an opportunity to learn an instrument. Another librarian has recently created a partnership with their local Holocaust Museum in Illinois. By receiving a grant to partner with local theater, these funds went to working to organize teens to be with a local director and playwright in a library environment outside of school. It gave them the opportunity to be creative outside of school. This is what community partnerships are all about. There are many challenges that libraries face when considering community partnerships. One of the biggest challenges is time. Having the time to network and connect with groups and realize community partnerships is a luxury. Many libraries are inundated with reference questions, computer issues, in-tech help issues, programming and planning time, and so much more. Another challenge is the economy. How can it be easy for local businesses to donate funds for a program in a less than thriving economy? It can be very difficult. Another challenge is physical space in the library. That's why it's all the more important to create community partnerships through advocacy to promote the importance of the library as being a place for people. It's important to have books and materials, but more and more often, the physical space for meeting room use, maker spaces, and quiet study space, programs and activities, it's going to be a big need in the future. Another is staying relevant. Being a relevant pillar of the community is a big challenge, and that's why it's important that all librarians are advocates for their library. What better way to spread the resources of the library than through word of mouth? Staying relevant can also mean building a stronger social media presence, making sure that publicity gets to where people are in the community. Not only flyers and posters inside the library, but flyers and posters where people pay, like grocery stores, social hangouts for families, and more. How do we work together with community partnerships? Well, networking is one of the most important aspects of librarianship in this day and age. It's easy to say we're going to work with all of these people, but when it really comes down to it, networking plays a big part. Working with politicians, service organizations, local businesses, pediatricians, and parent groups like the PTA or PTG are vital to allow the library to grow. These kinds of organizations and people are ubiquitous in almost every community, and librarians often know these leaders from their own personal life, especially if they live in town or in the city. This is why advocacy is important for librarians and for staff. Being a voice uh, creates word of mouth in the community, in personal interactions, not only inside the library, and it keeps the library relevant as it can be recognized and be realized by people who are in the community who may not know so much about the library and what it offers for the community. Politicians can be useful for further funding in the future. Service organizations may reach out to communities that aren't being targeted by the library currently. Local businesses can provide funding for libraries and for specific programs. Pediatricians can provide early intervention in a different setting. It can help people who don't have health insurance and aren't able to get to the doctors in a free environment. Parent groups like the PTA or PTG already know about program planning and are well versed in it and can collaborate with the library to create new opportunities for those who are in schools. Staying relevant in today's day and age can be difficult, but there are a few key strategies that work well to stay relevant. Of course, it is important to make sure that staff in the library feel taken care of and feel needed. When staff feel like this and they enjoy their work environment, they become better advocates for the library, outside of the library, in their personal life. Besides that, it is also important to stay up with social media. It helps to target and to realize groups that may need services that aren't currently getting services at the library, but it also allows the library to connect with key community groups and be taken seriously. When staff and librarians are working together on this, it's very easy to make all of these ideas come together. When staff and librarians stay active on social media, they can connect with other local businesses and community organizations, and together this can make a big impact. Having a presence on social media keeps the community informed by meeting the users and other agencies in town where they are, not only physically in the library, but on their phones or tablets, on their computers at home. Through empowering staff to become advocates, raising awareness on social media, becoming a Yes Library environment inside the library and into the community, it's possible to create new partnerships and keep an open mind about other partnerships that might seem unlikely. In the future, this can be effective by becoming creative in solutions for new programming, working together, and by truly growing as a whole, communities and libraries can thrive. In conclusion, thank you so much for watching my presentation. I'm looking forward to our discussion, and this is my list of references that I use to learn a little bit more about community partnerships and what other libraries are doing right now to make change. Some questions for discussion include: how can partnerships between public libraries and their communities affect the future of the library? Why is it important to strive for connection within the community? What changes can be made to really get the community working together? What are some less sought out partnerships that bear potential? Why and how could these be utilized? I look forward to our discussion. Thank you so much.